You know what? Welcome. You know what? I think I'm wrong about Trespass. I listened to side 1 on this, badly mixed lo-fi production, and it made sense. It made perfect sense. So I'm going to reassess side 1 of Trespass, and I'm currently listening to and shouting over Stagnation, and it sounds absolutely beautiful. So as well as it being a fundamental part of the I Know What I Like medley, which brings me to tears, it's also a very atmospheric build-up song. And I'm going to fast forward now to remind myself what Dusk sounds like, as I promised on the previous video. Right, so Stagnation is a good, very, very good song. This is the end of it, and we're going to talk over it because I don't want it to be blocked, type of thing. You know what I mean. So this is Dusk, and I can't remember Dusk, so let's just check out Dusk. I'm very familiar with The Knife, so there's no need to reevaluate that. Let's listen to this now. Does it make sense? It's very murky production, but it could have been remastered. I know that, but this is an old copy of the album Trespass, and I'm not allowing anything to. Do I remember this one? It's yes, yeah. So I wish that it could get to the chorus quickly so that I can turn it off, because I don't want it to be blocked, because I'm going to review 3 Sides Live in a minute, and it's very good. This Trespass is much better than 3 stars. It's 4 stars, but it suffers because of the hi-fi or lo-fi quality of the production and the reproduction. So let's move on. I'm glad I've sorted that out because I felt a bit guilty. Let's move on. Welcome to part, is it 8? We'll call this part 8. This is Genesis 3 Sides Live. And I tell you what I did. Do you know what I did, everybody? I put Behind the Lines on, side 2, Duchess, me and Sarah Jane, follow me. Because let's be frank, in 1983 and 82, I was too busy. And I didn't really appreciate. And I think I put them in a bracket of, I need to move on. But listening back to this, it's got so much energy. I mean, Duchess was amazing last night. Behind the Lines, it's the quintessential live version. 1981. In 1981, Behind the Lines was fantastic. In 1981, Duchess was absolutely amazing. The only fault with it is that it stops too quickly. Behind the Lines segues into Duchess, and they should carry on with the industrial noise at the end of Behind the Lines. You with me? Me and Sarah Jane sounded absolutely phenomenal. And the funkiest version of Follow You, Follow Me. Funky. What could you can't. So this has gone 5-star live album. I'm listening to the British version, by the way, not the American version, because it's One for the Vine, Fountain of Some Masses, and It and Watch of the Skies. It has to have 5 stars anyway. But then you got Misunderstanding with Phil going, must be, which is value for money. And thank goodness for that, because Misunderstanding is a fairly tepid affair, but it just livens up a bit, doesn't it? In the Cage and Afterglow. I've never medley, Cinema Show and Slipper Men. You can't surpass the Seconds Out version. Can you? Tell me if you can, because it's solid 5-star album. Because Turn It On Again is fine. Dodo is remarkable, but there are funkier versions of that as well. And Abacab is fine. And there are more ridiculous versions of that. Look at this, though. Look at this. Oh, no. I'm going to do what I did with the drums, and the drums are going to collapse. So, look at that. If ever there was a picture which summed up the live Genesis experience, this isn't it, because Seconds Out does it just as well, but with more subtlety and purer light. But what a disappointment regarding packaging. I know they'd gone all minimalist, but there were no pictures of them, were there? I thought they shortchanged the fans a little bit there with their minimalism. So let's just get this off and take stock of what we've just said. Initially, I was disappointed or slightly overly familiar with them by now in 1982. So I'm glad I've still got it, and I'm glad I turned it up and played it, and it was remarkable. The playing of Chester Thompson, absolutely amazing. And Sturmer's guitar, although inspired, during Behind the Lines, I felt, can't he get a different tone to his, high-pitched soloing during the all of that business, you know what I mean? So it would be lovely to comment on Sturmer without bringing him down. He is really good. He did an amazing job, didn't he? Let's face it all. Come on. He is really good. He did an amazing job. So well done, everybody. 5-star, 3 sides live. Now, with regard to Evidence of Autumn, which I have on a B-side, it's fine. It's why Abacab had to be made, though, isn't it? Because they'd done the B-sides for Duke, Open Door, and Evidence of Autumn, and it was great. But if they'd carried on like that, things would have got stale. Do you agree with me? Please agree with me. If not, explain why Evidence of Autumn had to be reproduced. It's Madman Moon, One for the Vine, rehashed. It's great, don't get me wrong, it's great, but there's no need for it. We don't need any other songs like that. They had to move on, they had to progress. So there we are. I'm leaving you now. Goodbye. Diolch yn fawr.